So the LA Clippers have had seasons on seasons on seasons of disappointment and shortcomings. Now you can't blame the organization completely because there have been multiple injuries and roster changes that destroy chemistry and have shifted the route to success. With Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and John Wall all healthy while being surrounded by a good supporting cast, this Clippers team can really shock the NBA and become a definite threat on the West side. Bringing over John Wall to the Clippers is very interesting for many reasons. The most obvious is that Reggie Jackson was the starting point guard and arguably the best player on the Clippers last year. But now with Wall joining the roster, it's going to make a friendly competition between the two for that starting role. Now we haven't seen Wall play a lot of basketball in like the past 4 years or so to be honest, but after much time off and still having gas in the tank, only being 31 years old, you would expect for John Wall to come back and offer a tremendous amount of value to this team. With Reggie Jackson almost getting to 5 assists per game last year, that's the most that he has dished out during his stint with the Clippers, but for John Wall averaging 9 assists a game for his career, Wall brings a special type of facilitating factor to this team. While moving at such high speeds, Wall has great court navigation skills that lead him to setting up defenders for easy opportunities. Whether it's him getting downhill making defenses move out the way, shifting them with creative crossovers, or just staying patient and diming up cutters, Wall can get it to open teammates in various ways. Since this Clippers team has an array of guys who can dial it in from deep, Wall will have many kick-out options to explore, and working off the pick and roll with Zubac will also be another great option. Although Wall isn't so much of a floor spacer himself, the same pressure that he puts on the defense coming downhill to dish assist, he uses to attack the basket ferociously. Wall is so quick and shifty on the crossover, it makes guarding him a workout all game long. With the torn Achilles and not playing for a while, you wonder how explosive he will be coming into this season, but during his last season with the Wizards, off drives to the basket, Wall shot 54% on 6 attempts per game. So he's a pretty dependable option when getting to the rim and converting there. The crafty moves on his way and at the cup provide a flash to Wall's game but also help him get better angles at the rim. Unlike a lot of super fast guards that attack the paint and get wildly out of control, Wall manipulates his body and uses his strength to stay composed and finish the bucket. Bringing his fast-paced playstyle to the Clippers will be exciting to see, and let's not forget Wall can get out in those passing lanes as well and show off some flashy dunks. But unlike the speedway action of Wall, Paul George mesmerizes you with his smooth playstyle and simply makes it look effortless when on the court. Making excellent use of his height, wingspan, active hands, lateral movement, and shooting ability, this all makes George the exact two-way player you would want on your team. Methodically dissecting defenses to get to the paint, in his 2020-21 season, where George at least played 50 games, he converts shots from less than 10 feet at a 55.7% rate on 5 attempts per game. Using his 6'9" frame to shield defenders off, or just all out using his athleticism to detonate on them, George is a threat when attacking. Turning the corner quick off the screen to beat Leonard, then as Martin slides for the help, he quickly euros him to finish this reverse layup. The fluidity with his handle and footwork around the rim is really good for a guy his size, and this helps George excel at getting to the rim and also his shot making ability. PG can pretty much get the jumper going from anywhere on the floor, and that silky smooth handle lets him get to his spot seamlessly. What's really special about George's shooting and what will connect with Wall's facilitating immediately is that George shot 43% off catch and shoot threes, which took up the larger portion of his shot diet. So coming back into a lineup with Reggie Jackson, whose assists have been rising over the years, and Wall's passing ability, this will greatly benefit George from the outside. PG has the whole offensive package, and when he gets in his groove, then you might as well just pack it up. A big part of what makes him and Kawhi a dynamic duo when they're on the court together is that they both can terrorize you on the defensive end as well. PG can really sit down, move his feet, and make it tough for you to even get comfortably offensively. And on the flip side, we all know just how deadly Kawhi is when he's using his long arms and huge hands to just completely stop everyone on the floor. Having 2 wing players on the court at one time who you can stick on the other team's primary scorers is so valuable for any team. It makes your defense difficult to get past and can generate easier buckets on the other end. Between Wall, PG, and Kawhi all being in the passing lanes, the amount of fast break buckets will be ridiculous. Kawhi doesn't only offer tremendous amount of value defensively, but with his fundamentally sound game, at times he just looks unstoppable. In his last season, Kawhi shot 45% from the mid-range on 4 attempts per game and 40% from deep on almost 5 attempts a game. His shooting is just flawless and nothing really bothers him when he gets to his spots. We all know Kawhi is locked in and it's all about completing the mission, so the flashiness isn't really present in his game and he kinda just sticks to the basics. He uses his strength along with his polished fundamentals to be effective offensively, and although it might not be the most exciting thing to watch or point out for people, but he has truly mastered his craft. This big three can honestly do a lot of damage in the West and really carry this team to heights that they haven't seen in a while. Not only do you have 3 players who are all stars in this league, but they are surrounded by a lot of players who will fill their roles perfectly. Luke Kennard being a deadly sharpshooter, Norman Powell with intensity and good defense, Reggie Jackson who was their best player last year, Terrence Mann who was on the rise, Brandon Boston, you got Zubac as a big, and just many more. I have big expectations for this team going into next season simply because the flexibility they have due to the depth of quality players on the roster, and that Wall, George, and Kawhi are all healthy now. What role players do you think will step up and be a major factor in this team's success next year, and how well do you think John Wall, Kawhi, and Paul George can play together? Do you think they can make that deep playoff run and really help this team elevate? Or do you think this is just going to be a failed mission, just like the Clippers back in the day with CP3, Blake Griffin, and DeAndre Jordan? If you enjoyed this video, you have to watch this Jabari Smith analysis where we dive deep into what makes him a big part of the Rockets' future, or watch this video for Anthony Edwards detailing why he will be a star in this league soon. I thank you all for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.